There we go. So, just make sure you feel quite rooted. So get yourself very, give your bottom a little bit of a wiggle against the ground. Let your knees be heavy, shoulders nice and soft. Just let your head have a little movement and just get yourself grounded for a minute. It's been a bit discombobulating over the past week. So we're going to just sort of ground ourselves and get ourselves quite balanced this lesson, ready for Christmas, because there's a lot going on. So before we do anything, I just want you to rest your hands on your knees, tall spine, lift up your spine, but let your shoulders just be nice and soft, so you're not slouching, not open, just resting in the middle. And we're just going to take a really lovely, long, deep breath in. So breathe in deeply. Part your lips. Let the breath. Let's do that again. Nice, big, deep breath in. Part the lips and just let everything go for today. Last time. Lovely, slow breath in, holding at the top. Just hold there just for a second, and as we exhale, we let it go. We feel the bottom really sinking into the ground. So just part the lips and from here, all we're going to do is just going to lift the chin up nice and high. And as we exhale, we're just going to let our tummy muscles contract and just let ourselves slump down. Feel the tailbone very much in the ground, and then inhale and lift back up and lift your chin back up. And contract and just let that come back down. And back up, big deep breath in. And back down. This time we're going to inhale and come up. And as we exhale, we're going to pull the chin right in, down, slump through the back, let the breath go, and just let the head hang heavily in front of you. And let the neck have some movement, so you can feel a little bit of movement down the back as well. So just feeling that neck open and the shoulders open. Big deep breath in here. Breathe into the middle of your lungs, in your back, between your shoulder blades. Let the breath go. And then very gently sit back up nice and tall with the breath. And as you let the breath go, sink back down. So we're getting nice and rooted and relaxed. We're going to rest the hands, take a big deep breath in. We do this one quite regularly. Put your hand onto your opposite knee, pulling the shoulder back, reaching behind you, let the breath go behind. Hands very gently on the ground, hands very gently on the knee, looking over your back shoulder, drawing your shoulder blades in, pull your shoulder blades together, pushing the chest forward, big deep breath in. As we exhale, just let your bottom sink and just keep your butt back high, let the breath go. One more time, let's do that again. And let it go. Oh. And then inhale back to your center, and exhale, let's take it all the way round to the other side. So let's reach around, open up the shoulders, looking over the back there. Soft hand on the knee, soft hand on the floor, no pressure to hold yourself. Okay. Body's nice and high, sit on top of your tailbones, breathe in. Exhale and release, just let the bottom sink, keep the back straight. And again, lovely big deep breath in. Relax the shoulders, shoulders are soft, let them relax. One more time, breathing in. Soften the tummy, soften the shoulders. And then inhale, come back to center. And just have a little, we're not trying to push too much, it's just feeling a little bit of movement released from the shoulders that we were working through. Wrists move. Put your fingers into a lattice position and just push out through the hands. Forget what your shoulders do, your shoulders are nice and soft. Really, you just want the stretch in the fingers. So just push through those fingers. My arms aren't even straight, just working through the knuckles of the hands. That's what's important at the moment. Big deep breath in. And then straightening up, lift through your torso, lift up, push through the fingers. Big deep breath in up top. Open up, stretch, 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 stretch. And gently just drop them down and let your shoulders, let your head just have some movement from side to side. Chins up, chins down. And it's not throwing, it's not forcing, it's really subtle. It's a very tiny movement if you want, or it's however your body feels it wants to move for the moment. Let your shoulders follow. And then take your hands back into your lattice position. This time we're going to keep the fingers out in front of us rather than pushing through the knuckles. And we're actually going to point the hands, the knuckles out in front of us and round through the back as much as you can. So let the back slump, let the shoulder blades open. Big deep breath in across the shoulder blades. And then we're going to exhale and lift up and reach, and bring your hand as far behind your head as you feel comfortable to. And with your hands behind your head, let your shoulders have some release and movement. So you're encouraging the muscles in your shoulder blades not to be so tight and trapped. Keeping your arms nice and straight, and the hands are behind your head, so be careful as you go. Now push your hands up towards the ceiling, big stretch of those fingers again. Now take the breath in and lift the body up. And exhale this time, reach your hands behind the back, clasp them together and draw your shoulder blades in, lift your hands away from your bottom and up, rather than down, we're lifting them up and away. So you've got a nice opening through the front of the body, your shoulder blades are having a massage at the back. So big deep breath in with your chin up. And release back to neutral. And let your shoulders rotate. All we're going to do is very gently just bring the toes out in front of us, tap them on the ground so you can almost fall back. So you're almost leaning back in and your toes are tapping on the ground and you're having to hold your knees and your hips here to make sure those legs are engaged. You're going to put your hands through, thumbs on top of the hands, fingertips pointed forward. You're going to lean back very slightly and just feel the insides of your thighs having to work to hold you there. Your feet aren't flat, your toes could almost pop off. If you were to lift up, you'd be in this position, you know, you're on your tailbone. So we're going to reach through, big deep breath and let those knees fall open if you can. You're going to warm up the core here, warm up these muscles, warm up the thigh muscles. One more breath, big deep breath in, lift the hands up, come on top of the head, palms of the feet together, roll through and just drop the body weight down and forward. And now you're down. Let that back sway from side to side. Yes, your shoulders are leading the way, but really you want to feel that lower back having a rest, being at ease, just being really soft. Don't want this yoga lesson about being that fast paced, having the strongest muscles. I really want it to be about release and just relaxation, letting go. So just one more little move from side to side, just let the body move. And then just start to let the shoulders actually really start to lead the way. Let them get a little bit big, lifting up. And then start to take the body up, take the hands up. And then at the top, keep your knees still, your feet still, and just let your top of your torso rotate, let your knees lift and don't let them waft. Try to keep the knees very soft. And then very gently release. You're going to put your hands on your ankles, your feet or your toes, and you're going to see if you can roll back and just gently lift the heels off the ground. It's not a high position for the moment. We do want to try and lift our chin, lift the sternum and hold this position. Now, breathe into your belly button, push your belly button to a big wide space. Your feet are on the ground, stay with the feet on the ground, but just let the weight come backwards. And exhale, let the breath go. Got choices, we don't have to be doing too much too soon. And again, big deep breath in and then exhale, just slide your feet out, lift your hands up nice and gently over your head, nice push up through the arms, take your hands down behind your back, clasp the hands together and draw back open the chest. And if you feel capable here, you can just stay in this position, but if you feel capable, you can actually rotate the wrists without loosening the fingers. So the fingers are latticed together and you can just try and rotate the wrist. It might be a bit uncomfortable for some people, but some people might like it across the top of their wrists and underneath their arms. And then release. And then again, just have a rotation for the shoulders, should say, have two of them. Relax the legs, relax the feet. We're going to take one hand up, nice big deep breath in, come back and just tap the ground. Inhale, come back up. We're going to reach across. You're not necessarily going to touch your toe, but we're just going to cross to the foot on the other side of the body. And then inhale, coming back up. Tap the ground. Inhale, see if you can reach a little bit further. Other side of the body, try and touch the ground, the other side of the leg, and come down. We're not staying down, it's just a little breath here. Slide the body weight back, take your hands up nice and high. Let your wrists rotate. Move your fingers as best as release. And then bring your hands back down. And then with your other hand, take it up. Exhale, reach and just tap the ground behind you. Inhale, coming up and reaching across and touching the ground. So if you want, just leaning forward. And then again, inhale, coming up nice and high. turning, rotating that shoulder, using the shoulder space, tap the ground. Inhale, come back up, and then encourage that stretch. Try and get a nice deeper stretch through the back by reaching out a little bit further and touching the ground inside. Big deep breath in. Let that breath go. And then roll through your shoulders, take your hands up and over your head, lattice them together, push through your fingers, and let's rotate the shoulders. Keep your back very straight, you're on top of your tailbone. See how your chest comes forward as your arms go back. So you've got some movement underneath the sternum. What I want you to feel is the muscles here underneath the rib cage are feeling like they're oscillating around the spine. That's where your sensations, yes, your shoulders are moving, but think about the spine. Moving the hands, change direction, feel that direction change underneath the rib cage. So just feeling right up into the lungs and where the stomach is, feeling some stimulation in that area. So just 2 more. And then, big reach and release. Pull your feet back in. Hold your ankles, your feet or your toes. Big deep breath in, sit up tall. And then exhale, see if you can lift the feet off the ground. And if you feel like you can go a bit higher, take them a little bit higher, but don't if you feel you can't. Feel that tailbone in the ground. Hold the position, chin's up nice and high, body's nice and open and proud. You're not slumping to stay here. Try and think about your position, your balance on the mat. Use your tummy muscles, engage them. Big deep breath in. And then exhale, bring your feet down. Keep holding onto your toes or your ankles and just let the body weight just fall forward. Let your shoulders just drop and just let your body have a little move from side to side, similar to what we did before. It's just a back release every time. Soften the tummy muscles, make them feel nice and then lift with your chin first. We're going to slide the feet out in front of us. We're going to bend one knee and reach for the opposite, same arm, same leg, and hold on to the toe. So I'll do this side first so you can see me. So same arm, same leg, reach for that toe and lift the foot off the ground. Doesn't matter if your knee's bent. Look how my spine hasn't moved. So my spine's nice and straight, but my foot's off the ground. So don't want you to try and get it straight and also you're leaning back. Let's sit on top of that tailbone. Hold the position. With the opposite hand, you're going to reach out behind you and sit on top of that tailbone and look over your back shoulder. Twisting from the middle. So we're not just throwing the arm out, we're actually opening up the shoulder, chest to the side of the mat, and reaching out behind us. Take a breath in here. Nice tall body, let the breath go. Now, breathe in. As you exhale, take your hand, you can hold onto your foot, your ankle, wherever comfortable, swap them over, and then similar principle, draw back your shoulder and reach out behind you into that balanced position on the other side. Take a breath in here. Let the breath go. Then inhale, come back to center and slide both feet back in. Hold onto your ankles, your toes, or your feet. Leaning back. Let's just round and open the shoulders before we do it so we know the shoulders are in the right place. Big deep breath in. Let's come back on top of that tailbone. Hold here for a moment. You can lift as high as you feel capable of now. So if you feel you want to take it a little bit further, you can. If you want to keep it low, but you'll notice every time you do it, you're a little bit more confident. What we want, opening up that centre at the base of the tailbone. Big deep breath in. Let the breath go. Last time, big deep breath in. Exhale, feet come down and look, lift the body up on top of the tailbone, rotate it forward and drop the shoulders. And again, have a little sway here. Oh, that's nice. And then very gently lift your head up, slide your feet out, take your arms up and over your head, just let the shoulders release. And then we're going to do the same as we did on the other side. So this time, same arm, same leg, we're going to reach down towards that foot and we're going to open up the body by drawing back the shoulders, lifting the leg up and opening that body, opening the hip up towards the side. Don't just throw your arms back, you want to twist into it, reach into it, feel yourself sitting on top of that tailbone and the foot's there on the floor to support you. Reaching, engaging the shoulder blades, don't hunch your shoulders around and think about opening your shoulders. Big deep breath in. Now as you exhale, come forward, you can bend your knee if you need to, reach with the other hand, and we're going to draw out behind us and reach. So have a nice big stretch here. Big deep breath in and out. And again, really think about drawing it into your navel. And release, come back to center. Oh, just bring your feet into butterfly. Take your body up, nice big stretch at the top, and then come back down. Reach down for your toes. Get yourself nice and prepared, open up your body, and if you feel you can, you're going to lift back up. Deep breath in. Let the breath go. We're going to add some challenges in directly. Big deep breath in. Let the breath go. One more time, big deep breath in. Come back up, sit on top of that table, shoulders lift, and rotate over the top and let yourself relax in front. Couple of breaths, really expand through the tummy. Feel that air massage in your lower spine. Feels nice just to release. And then gently come up nice and slowly and release.